Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is LV, and if you're new to this channel, this is my YouTube channel where I talk about plants, plant propagations, show you the plant that I got. And if you not new to this channel, welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching. So today we are going to talk about Cissus Discolor, how I'm propagation them. So let's get started. So I have these plants. I have this plant in last year about October, and it's actually starting from cutting just like this. This is the cutting that I cut earlier because I want to show you how I'm going to propagate this guy. So I got these plants I think maybe late October, beginning of November, something like that, and it's growing like crazy. It's really crazy. This is not the first time I propagated it. I cut it like 2 or 3 times already. This plant loves humidity a lot, so if you will provide them like 70 to 80 humidity, they will grow like very fast. But if you do low humidity, this plant might not good in that environment. So I have this for quite a long time. I have one here in my moss wall. It's it's a little bit just like a weed plant to me, so I'm not really taking care very well. So the one on the moss wall is a little bit more green than the one in greenhouse. I think these plants changing color depending on the light that you give. So right now it's look a little bit purpley. It's so pretty. This is the most prettiest plant ever. And yeah, so it actually can handle some lower humidity, but it just grow a lot slower and also a lot smaller. So I want to show you, this is the one that I propagate on March 5th. So about 3 weeks now, like almost actually about a month already. So I want to take it out to show you what does this look like, because when I got this plant earlier, I also doing the same thing. I just stuck it in the moss bag, and then the root growing pretty well on there. So I haven't watered it at all since I put it in the bags, and I don't see it's needed to water at all right now, even right now, because the moss is still pretty damp. And you can see I do have some root growing already. I have I think 3 cutting here. The root is very tiny, so so afraid that it's going to pull out everything. The one in the front of the bags of the moss a little bit more drier than the one in the inside, because I think the way I used to lay it like this on top of the heat mats, and then have run out of space and it's become like this for a while. I have a lot of propagation going on right now. Alright, so this is one plant. I think the root is quite good enough. This is actually 2 cutting here. Let me show you. Can you guys see it? Yeah, so it's just 1 month of growth here. So they grow pretty fast, huh? In the sphagnum moss only, and I never water the sphagnum, so it's very raw maintained. You just damp the sphagnum, like dry it, put it in the water with super dry, diluted super dry water, and you wet it, and then you squeeze all the water, put it in the bags for 1 month, and you have new plants. And this is the second. This is another 2 cutting. Oh, I can actually take it out slowly. Yeah. Okay, so another 2 cutting. This is actually more root than the other one, so the bottom one has quite a bit of root. It's so pretty. It's like a jewelry. So now, like, I have this 4 new cutting. I can actually put it in 1 inch 4-inch pot, 4-inch size pot, and it's ready. So yeah, so today we have so much cutting, because like this plant is grow like super fast, even though I've been neglected for months. There's I think about 1 or 2 I have neglected, and then it's turning yellow because it's underwater, and after I properly water it again, it's grow like crazy again. So it's a easy plant. I mean, this plant, if you give it enough of the right environment, it will pretty rewarding. I have this in this it's only in this 4-inch pot too. It's in the soil, so this pot is not big enough for the amount of growth that is going to produce. So I'm going to move it to maybe 5 to, eventually I want to move it to 8-inch pot, but right now maybe, we'll see. I don't have 5 or 6-inch pot, so I'm just going to propagate it first, and then I wanted to have a hanging basket instead of trying like this. Like this one, it doesn't work. I mean, it's pretty, but it doesn't work long term. So I cut it about 4-inch long, but you can actually cut it as much as you want. Like you can have 1 leaf each, so you can get more plants. So the green stem, the one here, this is the old stem, you can see, and then the new one is purple looking, and eventually it will become very woody. And then the old one leaf is slightly yellowish than the new leaf too. So this is how much I cut. I think it's about 4-inch length wise. You can actually definitely do one at a time to get more cutting. So I'm using this container because it's just a lot easier. It gets some room in between, and it's more easier to manage, and I can actually reuse it as well. So I'm gonna reuse this moss that I used earlier. What I'm gonna do, this is a super dry diluted super dry water. It is 1 milliliter per gallon. That's how much I diluted. Okay, this is slightly in water. Make sure it's wet enough. Here we go. I try to squish all the water out. And then just lay it on the top. Might be slightly clouded right here. Do a little bit more. Ta-da! So it's just like a lunch box, sandwich box. So with this setup, hopefully I don't have to open it in a month, and then I don't need to water it at all. This is different than the Ziploc bag. So I think Ziploc bag may able to contain more moisture, but we'll see. If it dry out, I'll just spray on the top with super dry water as well. The rest I'm going to use the Ziploc bags as well, because in different way, why not? so yeah, so this is how I'm doing with the sphagnum. I think it's very easy. You can do it water as well, but you have to provide enough humidity surrounding it. So if you just put it in a room like the living room temperature, or if you like your humidity below 70, I won't recommend you to propagate that way. But if it's higher than that, you can just stuck it in the water. It's grow the same way as a pothos. And let's keep cutting. I'm going to have a lot of Cissus Discolor. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I have this mouse bag, bigger one right now. It's actually not much I can put in, even though bigger bag. So here's I'm going to put it in the smaller bags. Just save on some space. I don't have much heat mat. So just like before, I'm going to just lay it on the top. There's nothing really special. Everyone has Ziploc bag, so it's a lot more accessible. I'm going to blow an air in so it has some headroom up to here. The rest I am going to do soil propagation. Actually, I never really do soil propagation before, but I know like a lot of new big grower, they just put in the peat moss mixture. So I actually have some of them, so I want to try it on, because you know, the first time doing it, the peat moss is very airy, so it should be the same results. I'm very excited to try this new one. So I guess the way that doing it is just plug it in the peat moss. There you go. So I put the peat moss, make sure it's all the way in. Maybe make sure that was a note. I have the note in the soil. So here has a couple of cutting, like a lot of cutting. I'm gonna cut off the extra leaf. This is one plant. I think there was like 4 cutting in here. have another one. Yay! So this is three cutting. It's look very pretty. So yeah, so this is my first time doing the soil propagation. Hope it's work. I'm going to water it and then put it on top of heat mat as well. This one, because I want to repot this one to a bigger pot. That's the main reason that I'm cutting everything. This is 5 cutting actually here. 5 cutting. What am I going to do with this guy? So many. Yeah, I'm actually just want to repot this guy. The root is down here already. I will put this together and I will see how it's going. It will be the same as doing this, putting this type of soil. And yeah, this is very easy propagation methods. They love high humidity, so if you have this plant or and that doesn't doing well, give them enough humidity because this is terrarium plants, preferably 80% above humidity. And if you can't give them that much humidity, just dump them in a Ziploc. They will be happy. So this is how I propagate my Cissus Discolor. So if you find this interesting, remember to click like and subscribe. So I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.